Well, let's keep it going for Christopher Royer.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christopher. That was a nice introduction from Lamar. I like him. I had a really weird introduction onto stage a few years ago when I was performing, and I don't want to say it changed my life, but it made me look at my life a lot different. I was in Mesa, and I was doing a show, and this guy goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, your next comedian coming to the stage is somewhere on the autism Asperger spectrum and doesn't know it yet. Christopher Royer." That's me. And I never had anyone say that about me, not to my face. And I was like, no way. And I have to tell you that, it threw me for a loop, and it really impacted me. And then it was weird because then I had to go up and tell jokes, and that's a really weird time to get a diagnosis. I'm glad it wasn't something more serious. This next comedian's got pancreatic cancer. We're telling them now. It freaked me out a little bit because I'm like, dude, I'm not autistic. That's not me, I don't think. No way, man. So it bothered me. I let it get to me. And then a few days later, it was still letting it get to me and I didn't know how to feel about it. So I was like, man, I don't really know how to feel about this. So I went home and I checked my spreadsheet of emotions. I was like, to see how I should feel about it. After I ran the third algorithm, I'm like, I think that cat might be right. Damn it. 'Cause I didn't want to be Rain Man, autistic guy, and all that. And I am smart, and I like numbers, and I like spreadsheets, right? And I don't really understand, I don't understand my emotions, so I don't pay attention to yours. I wish people were like Care Bears, though. I wish they just had the little thing right there, and I'd be like, you are grumpy today. I get it. That would really help. I take things pretty literally, and I'm pretty clumsy and all these things. And I was like, dang, I don't know what to do. So you know what I did? I went online and I paid to take a test to see where I landed on the spectrum. And then the test was like, hey, you're high functioning. Welcome to the club. And I was like, you don't know me, test. I'm not autistic. And so I paid to take another test. And it was like, you got a touch of the tism, welcome. I'm like, no, that's not me. So I paid to take a third test just to prove that I could score all the way autistic, and I did. I nailed it. Took a fourth test, true, to prove that I could score all the way neurotypical normal, and I did. I'm like, I'm so good at taking standardized tests. I'm like, wait a minute, am I trying to prove that I'm not autistic? Because I'm really proving that I am. I talked to and then it's really funny too, because when you take the tests, I took a test one time to see if I had depression, and at the end, there's a number to call, you should get help, call this doctor, right? I took a test once to see if I had attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which I do. And it was at the end, it was hey, there's a number to call. You should get a hold of somebody, get help. When you take the am I on the spectrum test at the end, there's just a number and you call it and there's just a guy who's like, hey, you want to talk about trains? I guess. There's no help for it. You don't do anything. You just kind of look back at your life and go, oh, that's why people picked on me. And a lot of things made more sense. They didn't have that. We didn't call it that when I was a kid. I was born in 75, right? And we didn't have that. And my mom took me to the doctor, to the pediatrician, and because I had one of the major signs, which I was over 2 years old, but I wasn't talking at all, and I didn't notice other people. And so she took me in to the doctor, the pediatrician that birthed me, and she said, hey, he's 2 years old and he's not talking. And this was the diagnosis in 1977. Legit. He said to my mom, I think he just doesn't have anything to say. And my mom said, but he doesn't like any other children. And the pediatrician said, neither do I. So here I am, proudly with the touch of the tism. Hey, my name's Christopher Royer. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.